Alright, put this thing back in. There we go. Hopefully that stays nice and good. Hey everybody, this is me, not Tony, and we're going to go for a ride on our Trek FX1. I've been doing something called a 30-mile march, and that's been about 30 miles or more a week on the bicycle every week for the month of March. And here we are in the last week of March, and I haven't been riding at all because the world is going crazy. This is the first time I'm going to be out here recording this, so that'll be a good time. I think I need to come up a little bit. There we go. It's a beautiful day, though. Hope you guys are all having a good time. I know you might be stuck inside right now, so hopefully you're having a good one. Oh, it's not bad. It's kind of chilly, but it's not a bad day. So today I'm gonna do about 14 miles today, 15 miles today, and then I'll do the same thing tomorrow. Because I want to finish the month strong. That's important to me. I made a commitment to it, and I want to hold up. Alright, let's go over. Normally, I'm not a fan of getting in the street, but it is what it is. Something that I actually need to start doing, it's a green light, go! Oh, I was stupid, there was a green arrow of safety and I didn't even notice it. And that is why you stay in school, kids. Alright, let's go. Alright. I'm gonna have to tuck those wires away. Get those off into the jacket. There we go. Shouldn't be a problem anymore. Here we go. It is a beautiful day. It was raining a lot earlier, but now it's looking really good, so I'm thankful for that. Oh, there's a lot in this world that we can be thankful for right now. I'm really thankful that my family's doing really well. I'm really thankful for the work that my family members in the healthcare system are doing. They're helping out a lot. I'm grateful that I'm still able to go to work. That's a wonderful thing. So, hip hip hooray for that, right? Okay. Power through. A lot of wind in my eyes, but I'm keeping it going. All right. Riding right in the line. Woo. Some of you guys might be wondering, what in the heck are you riding 30 miles a week for? How is that even a thing? Well, sometimes the best way for me to actually start pushing into a workout is to give myself a challenge. And this was a good challenge for me. right under I-15 right now. Welcome to Utah. Ooh. Yeah, that's the least fun part of the ride. But yeah, no, I wanted it to be this 30-mile march. I wanted it to be a challenge that wasn't easy. And now some of you guys who have pedaled a lot your entire lives, you're like, 30 miles? I do that going to work and back every day. And to which I say, that's awesome. And I'm going to try that on Tuesday, because it is 15 or 16 miles, depending on the route I take, to get to work. Oh, I'm both excited and terrified to do it, but we'll make it happen. Anyway, this is, what you have to do is find yourself a reason to do what you're going to do, and find a how you're going to do what you're going to do. And those are the two easy parts. The hard part is always making yourself do it, which is why I'm doing 30 miles in one weekend. Granted, that's kind of how I've been doing it, but last week I actually did 47 miles throughout the course of the week. I did 11 miles on Monday, I did 11 miles on Wednesday, and then Sunday I did 24. Well, 11 and a half, because it's one of the places I go is 5.8 miles in one direction. And then, and stop, and we'll pedal. High gears. Anyway, it's 5.8 miles in one direction, which makes that 11.6 miles in total to go there and then back to my apartment, which is great. Oh, our friends are here. I don't know if you can see that. They're cute animals, though. Anyway, it's 11.6 miles in total, which makes it easier. And then there's this wonderful trail, which is the Rio Grande Old Railroad trail line. And it goes all the way up into Ogden, Utah, and it ends here in Bountiful, Utah, which is fine. It's good. It's a good trail. I like it. Hello. And there's lots of friendly people on the trails, which is good. It makes it a lot more pleasant. But this trail is really nice because it's, as you can see, it's elevated. And that means that it's mostly flat, which makes it just wonderful. Nice, smooth, easy pedal. Because if I were to take Main Street from where I live to, say, where my grandparents live, that'd be about 11 miles one way, but it's a very hilly 11 miles. It'd be much more painful. But this is a beautiful day. It's no longer raining. The trail's a lot more dry. And I can burn out a bunch of miles doing it this way. So, something I'm really grateful for is having these trails available. Having this wonderful bike that has put me through, let's see, 34 miles the first week, 35 miles the second week, 47 miles the third week. Oh, what's that, 69, plus 47, 116 miles so far. you guys might want to check me. I think it's 116 miles. But I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my family. It's doing well. I probably already said that. I'm really grateful for my girlfriend. She lives down in Arizona, and I'm not able to go see her right now because of restrictions. But hello. I'm still grateful to have her in my life. She's a wonderful person. Hello, puppy. Hello. And she makes everything in my life better, to which I could not thank her enough. But this is the Wasatch Front. Yeah. The Wasatch Range. We got nice snow. It's here, what did it say, March 28th. But just something to think about. There's a lot of things in life to be grateful for. I'm just trying to remember that everybody's really stressed out right now. You are, your family is, your coworkers are, your bosses really are. And it's kind of our job right now to try and make sure that we're a little bit nicer to everybody. So that's my COVID-19 challenge for you guys is take a second and think about somebody else. And maybe do something nice for somebody else too. You never know. Hello. It might make their day and it might make yours. And it is a beautiful day. It's funny, it's like 40, 45 degrees outside, and I hear a ton of little frogs. Little frogs all over, which is pretty cool. So, we just crossed Centerville's Center Street, and to our right, we have the Wasatch Range, the Wasatch Mountains, and to our left, we have the wetlands and the West Desert area towards the Great Salt Lake. But it's pretty cool. You're killing it.
Thanks.
Oh, it's a good day. Oh. So, COVID-19. It's been interesting to watch. I think it's been really interesting to see what has changed and what hasn't changed. Around here, there's been no toilet paper for a while, but I have a little life hack to that. It's called bidet. That's right, people. I use the fancy butt shower. But in all seriousness, with everything that's been going on, and Utah might be an exception, we've had COVID scares going on. The numbers of infected people are finally starting to shoot up. I suspect they're going to be over 1,000 next week. Yesterday they went up from 400 to 480. Hello. And that's cool. That's how these things work. But on top of that, we've had a couple of earthquakes. One 5.7 magnitude earthquake the Wednesday before last, and one, well, there were two that day, but two 3-pointers on Thursday of this week, so just a couple days ago. So it's been interesting. People are getting scared. The governor last night made an interesting announcement, or I should say Friday night. Oh, mosquitoes are finally out. Oh, in the eyeballs. Hello. He made an interesting announcement. He put out an order called Stay Safe, Stay Home. And what that order says is to do exactly everything that you've already been doing. Practice social distancing. Don't go anywhere if you don't need to. I think the only real change it made is that now for state parks, and Utah has a bunch of them, you cannot go to that state park unless you live in that county in order to limit the spread. That's pretty much the only new thing that's been put on out there. So I can't really say good job, Governor, because he's been absolutely fighting a shutdown, which there are petitions for. And I'm about 50-50 on it. I think a shutdown makes a lot of sense, but also it's going to do horrible things to the local, to the state, as far as economy goes and people and jobs and everything. But it is realistically one of the only ways to minimize and eliminate further spread of this virus. Now, on notes about the virus. Everybody's seen the graph where they're talking about spreading out the curve, making it to where we're not overwhelming the system and winding up like Italy, where they have to turn away 40% of everybody that comes to the hospital, where they have to tell old people, we're sorry, you got the virus, go home and die. That's a bad situation. Hello. But something that I think people aren't paying attention to is that that graph goes further. So you have your one hump that you're trying to spread out, which is great. But what you don't realize is that hump goes up and goes down, and then everybody that didn't have it goes out, and another hump happens where everybody else gets sick. Which, I mean, splashes, is what happens with viruses, and people who aren't exposed become exposed and get sick, and then you have herd immunity, which is nice, will be nice, it'll give us a chance until they get a vaccine made. Now, that's something people have to realize. Another thing people have to realize, a lot of people, a lot of arguments I've heard about the coronavirus are, where are the bodies? This thing, they're saying it's so lethal, it's so dangerous. Where are the bodies? Well, this is a controversial statement, but the bodies are in New York, they're in Seattle, and they're in California. And yes, the vast majority of them are old. But the reason, one of the big reasons, there aren't a ton of bodies yet, even though the number of bodies is growing every single day, everywhere. One, we've done a lot of things to make sure, oh, squirrel, hello buddy. We've done a lot of things, I can't believe I just had a squirrel moment. We've done a lot of things to try and slow the spread of the virus nationwide, state to state, which is awesome. It's one of the reasons Utah, which is a transportation, tech, and metropolitan hub in the western United States, has slowed the spread of coronavirus so much. But one of the reasons that is also is because we haven't had a ton of testing available until very recently. And that's why I say next week we're going to go from a little under 500, with which we were called last night, to my bet is well over 1,000 by next weekend. Now, where are the bodies? Different people respond to this differently. We've all heard that it affects the elderly the worst. Look at that squirrel. We've all heard that it affects the elderly the worst, which is true, which is why you should call grandma and grandpa or your parents if they're in an older age bracket instead of going over to see them. It doesn't feel good, it's not as nice, but as long as they make it through it, you don't expose them to it, that's going to be the most helpful thing. And that includes, as much as I want to do it, I had a thought yesterday, they're really locking down all of these places, all of these old folks' homes, elderly care facilities, and that sort of a thing, that maybe it would be nice to go to the dollar store and buy a bunch of cards and just write letters. Just write things and drop them off there. Say, hey, these are for people in your facility, just to make them know that they're not forgotten. Then I thought, well, if I do that, and I've been exposed to it, then I'm potentially putting all those people at risk, which would not be good. Or if I do it, and somebody who has been exposed to it but doesn't know it yet thinks it's a great idea, then they might do it and put everybody at risk. And the last thing you want is an entire elderly care facility full of bodies. There's some cynical jokes in there somewhere, but I'm leaving them alone for now. It's a stressful time. It really, really is. But we all just need to sit back and learn to take it in stride and work with it. There's only two things I'm really worried about. One, if for some reason we wind up in a lockdown period, and if for some reason toilet paper remains scarce in the lockdown, I'm worried all these idiots out here are going to start flushing their, what are they called, paper towels, and just destroying the plumbing system for themselves and everybody else, which would not be good. It would not be nice. It would not be good. Don't do it. Don't flush toilet papers. Don't flush paper towels. They're not made for it. Hello. Toilet paper is totally made for it. And two, during a national emergency pandemic, your civil liberties are gonzo. They don't mean nearly as much anymore, which is not a good feeling. It means that places like your work, your child's daycare, your schools can tell you you can't come in, or you need to have your temperature taken before you can come in, or your kids need to have their temperature taken. These things can be frustrating and not nice. But I understand where they're coming from when they ask to do it too. What I don't want to see happen, is on a larger scale, a federal scale, a state scale, whatever, infringements upon your civil liberties that don't go away. That would not be good. But in the meantime, during all this crap, try and find little things that make you happy, like a bike ride. Look at how beautiful this is. This is stunning. And I'm really grateful for it. But I hope things are going well for you. You're going to get through this. That'll be a good time. Now, back to 30-mile march. Oh, that was a large separation between two topics. The gyms are shut down. Not a bad excuse to go on a bicycle ride. Life slows down when you're on a bicycle. That's really nice. I like that life slows down when I'm on my bicycle. I often do, but I'm not right now. I often listen to music when I'm riding my bicycle, or a nice podcast. But sometimes that's not really an option, you know? And that's fine, it's whatever. But still, riding a bicycle is a good time. You get to realize what's actually in your area. Look at all these boats and trailers. And right up there are a bunch of really cool old cars. And it's like, what? Why are those there? But like the little frogs that you may or may not be able to hear right now. All in this waterway here. They make me happy. Speaking of the cool old cars, there they are. But I get to see people on the trail and wave to them and say hello, like I have been. I get to do a little bit extra to stay fit, which is nice. And I just enjoy being outside. I enjoy pedaling the bicycle. Takes me back a little bit to when I was a kid. I rode bicycles everywhere. And it was good. It was really neat. Hello. But it's a great form of exercise. It's given me my Superman legs back, which is kind of cool. Got killer quads, yo. No, I'm not showing anybody. That's just personal. But you have to look at it a little bit bigger picture sometimes, because right now there's a lot of quarantine stuff going on. But hello. Hi. What you have to realize is that sure, there's some things that kind of suck, but relatively, oh, there we go, DNR RGW Rail Trail, Farmington. So we're in Farmington. By the way, that gate we just passed through was the 5.8 mile mark, so we're doing a little more than 11 miles today. Anyway, what was I saying? There's some kind of sucky things going on right now. You might not be able to go to work. You might have been let go. There's a lot of controversy over the aid package that just came through. Hello. But hopefully, everybody that's going through some hard times right now will be getting a check or a deposit in their account soon, which will help, hopefully. Another thing, it might be a bit of a downgrade from what you did before. Pretty much every grocery store is hiring for stockers right now. It might not be much, but it might be more than what you're making right now. So I'm just putting that out there. Hopefully that's just not just Utah that's hiring for stockers. It's probably everywhere. Because panic buys. Anyway, it's our job, it's our responsibility rather, I should say, to try and find the silver lining out there. And it might not be a general silver lining for everybody, but a silver lining in your own personal life. Like something I've noticed, not necessarily for me, but as I've been out here on the trail, and that you might have seen, a lot of families are getting out and doing things together. A lot more people. It's a little later in the day. Right now it's like 3 o'clock, so there's not a lot of people out right now, but I've seen a ton more people out on these trails, which is awesome, really. Over the course of this month and all the pandemic fears, so many more people are getting out and doing stuff. Now, I'll caveat this. Practice your social distancing measures, please. Don't bunch up in intersections and hang out on the side and chat and share water bottles and stuff. Be smart. But it makes me so happy to see people getting out and taking care of themselves. I think that's a real blessing for a lot of people. We've had, in this company, we've had a bit of an obesity issue. It's sort of one of those things we're well known for in other countries, especially. Stereotype fat American. But that's not something that has to be true. And the longer this national quarantine, social distancing, pandemicking thing is going to go on, the more people are going to be accustomed to getting out and going for a walk or riding their bicycle. And that's something I'm grateful for. People to get healthy again. Oh, I've been out of shape before. I've been very much not in my prettiest form. Oh, and I don't think I'm in my final form yet either, if we're going to go Dragon Ball style. But yeah. Hello. That's something that I'm grateful for. I am grateful, I'm so grateful for less crowding on the freeway. Holy crap. Commuting to work has been kind of awesome. Thank you all that have been staying home and telecommuting to work. Thank you so much. And for those of you that have been forced to stay home because the elementary schools are shut down and stuff, I thank you. Hello. Because that's made for a nicer little adventure in my everyday. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys, hello, doing your part to not further spread this this little devil around that everybody's so scared of. Rightly so. I'm not saying you shouldn't be scared of it. Alright, here we go. Another doorway. Hello. Hey, pup. Oh my goodness, look at you. Cute face. Oh, I bet. Yay, off-roading. Anyway. What I'm saying is there are bright sides. People who might have been relying too much on the television or too much on the school system, this might be a good opportunity to reconnect with family members, to fine-hone parenting skills, to read a book. Hello. But there are all sort of opportunities with it. It's a pretty day. So I am coming pretty close to my 10-mile mark on this bike ride that you guys have come along for. And I think I'm going to be crazy, and I think I'm going to go, for 24 miles today, because apparently I hate myself. That's okay. I can be nice to myself and mean to myself at the same time. Hello. And bicycling is a great way to do that. If you hate yourself, get a bike. If you want to love yourself more, get a bike. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, bike. Pedal. I'm all about that two-wheel lifestyle. I love bicycles, motorcycles, all that good stuff. Cars are good too, though. I'm not going to knock a good car or a truck. Very useful tools. So, something you might be experiencing where you live. Panic buying. Panic! I need all the toilet paper. All the canned food is gone. For some reason, there's no bread. Get your guns and ammo. Everything. That's one of my favorite things. Everybody going out and buying firearms. Which, in my opinion, is the secret real reason for the stimulus package. Yes, we're definitely going to need it for the for the economy, to keep things boosting, to keep people from running out of food and able to pay their bills. And I'm thankful for all these companies that are actually coming out and suspending utilities payments and mortgage payments. That's really honorable, and I appreciate it. But anyway, one of the real reasons I think people are that they've really gone for the stimulus package, is that you have such, and you always have this in an emergency situation, you have all of these people going out and buying firearms and ammunition. A lot of them are first-time gun buyers, which is awesome. Welcome to the club. Second Amendment, ooh yeah, go for it. But you have two kinds of people, and one kind is one of the big reasons why this stimulus package has happened. And to find out which you are, is you ask this question: What are you going to do if there's no more toilet paper and you run out? You have two kinds of people out there. You have one person that's going to say, well, thankfully, the water's still running and I can just hop in the shower if I really need to, which is awesome. I like that option. And then you have this guy. What are you going to do when you run out of toilet paper? Well, I've got my shotgun, and my neighbor's got toilet paper, so I'll go get it from him. Well, that's terrifying. What if you think I have toilet paper, but I don't? But that's the thing that you gotta think about is if you have the potential for, let's say, a third or half of the country to say, well, I'm getting a gun so that I can rob other people for their goods and items Like, that would make me go, well, maybe we should give these guys an extra paycheck. Just a thought. Hello. Oh, howdy. So, that's my secret little opinion. Maybe, just maybe, that's part of the reason for the stimulus package. Oh, wow, we're really getting out there. Oh, no, I know where I am. Never mind. I get confused in my old age. But, yeah, something for people to think about. All right. For you first-time gun buyers out there, I pray, I really hope, you went out and bought a couple extra boxes of ammunition, and you were able to, if your state hasn't shut them down, go to a gun range and familiarize yourself with your firearm. Talk to somebody that might know how to use it. If you've never used one before, hello. But just learn and become proficient, because the last thing you or anybody else wants is for you to be in a situation where you have to use that firearm and you have no idea what you're doing. That puts yourself in danger. That puts other people in danger. Just practice. Hello. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on that area. Oh. Another thing. Another soapbox. Please don't drink fish tank cleaner. Oh. Those poor people. I know they thought they were being proactive, but reality is things might have a similar name. Hello. And be very different at the same time. So, please talk to your doctor and healthcare provider. They're the people that know what to do. They know what to give you. At least most of the time. Let's see where we are at. Oh, I know where I'm at. Okay. We're getting there. On the road again. Just can't wait to be on the road again. I'll stop singing so your ears will no longer bleed. I know. You know, being like, what you breathing so heavy for, fool? You haven't gone that far. No, I guess, I know. But I'm tired. Wham. The immortal words of my sister. Wham. I think I am going to ride 24 miles today, and where I'm going to stop is at a gas station, and I'm going to purchase me a Pop-Tart and a Gatorade, and then I will make my way back home. We can wait. I'll let the car come through. Nice. Dude, you have a pink helmet? I don't have matching outfits. That's not true. I have a black helmet. And as we all know, black goes with everything. Even a green hoodie. Oh, something you guys might be wondering is, dude, not Tony, why are you wearing those white gloves? You trying to be Mickey Mouse? My answer is no. it is not warm outside, and my fingers get cold. That's why I'm wearing my fancy white gloves. Oh, nice. Go forward. Oh. Oh. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. This isn't really my neighborhood. Hello. But, yeah. The world overall, even though everybody's freaking out and pandemicking and being all scared, the world overall is still pretty good. And we're going to make it through this. We might lose people we love, something I'm nervous about. I've got a substantial number of not spring chickens in my family that I would like to see next year or later this year. Okay. So there's that. Making it. Hello. But we work hard and we put a little effort into looking after other people, not just ourselves. I think we'll be hearing a lot of people complaining next year or later this year saying, we did all that stupid stuff, we damaged the economy, and for what? Less people died from the flu less people died from this than they did from the flu. To which you say, yeah, stupid. We all put in a lot of effort to make sure that less people died from COVID than they did from the flu. You gotta think. There might be a reason for things. But I do want to put everything out there. I want to say thank you to everybody that watches this for, taking the time out of your day to watch this. Thank you to all of our healthcare providers for doing what you do to take care of everybody and help people through these times. Thank you to everybody, like I said before, who is working from home out there, who might have been let go because they couldn't work from home, kind of a thing. That's not easy, but thank you. Thank you to everybody who's doing their part to make sure less people get this. You guys see that cat? That cat? But yeah, thank you to everybody. The reason the death toll isn't so high is because you're doing your part. And those of you who might not be doing your part on it, it's not that hard to put in a little effort. Doesn't have to be a lot. Okay. Here is 9 miles. Okay. That's where I'm at. I know this is 9 miles because this is where I stop, turn to go see family members when I want to just do 11 miles or so. Or 22 miles. Hey, kitty. There's a cat back there. Back that way. But yeah, just know that you're going to get through this. Now, side note. This bicycle is a Trek FX1. It has a 700cc tire by 35 millimeters, which is wider than the road tire. And it's their lowest level version. I think this one cost me $430. Hello. Oh, good earbuds. $430, which really was a steal for a bike shop bicycle. I looked at Giants, I looked at Trek, I looked at Rally, and I chose this one because it was pretty simple. I could work on it if I had to. Thankfully, the bike shop that I go to, which is Top Gear Bicycle Shop in Bountiful, Utah. There you go. A little plug-in promo, guys. They're giving me my first year of tune-ups for free. Which, first off, this should tell you where I was at in cycling. Tune-ups on a bicycle? What? And I'm coming up on my first one. I bought this a couple days before the beginning of March. And I'd say, considering we're going towards, we had what, 117 miles on it, and by the end of the day, I'm going to have 141, I think. It might be a good idea to get a tune-up after my 30 days. So they told me to bring it in, and I'm going to do that. Well, this bike is cool. It's 21 speeds, 3 in the front, 7 in the back. I'm mean to myself, so I always keep it on 3 for the front gear, so the largest gear. I usually operate between 7th gear and 5th gear for my regular pedaling needs. Hello. Like I said, my quads are coming back quick. Okay. Hello. But Trek FX1 series, this bike is actually really easy, really quick. Hello. Whoa, that's a cool bike. Hello. But yeah, there's families all over on bicycles today. And pedaling and walking and all sorts of stuff. That's cool. But anyway, it's a pretty quick bike. I usually average around 12 to 14 miles an hour on it, just pedaling normal. Hello. And that's good enough for me. Hello. I was honestly, this is real talk, I was really thinking about going for an electric bike. But there was that not quite old man brain in the back of my head going, oh, come on, you're not a wimp. Hello. You can still pedal. You can do that. I'm like, oh, I think I can. I don't want to be calling myself a wimp in the back of my head every day because I got an electric bike. Now, electric bikes are awesome. And there are definitely times and hills and distances where I'm like, I really should have gotten the electric bike option. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know when I really think I need an electric bike? Windy days. Oh, pedaling 11 miles against the wind. Oh my gosh. That is gruesome. It doesn't even have to be a heavy wind. It can be like a 15-mile-an-hour wind, and you're just going to be crawling. It'll take me from 12 to 14 miles an hour down to like 6. Okay, 7, because I will, an 11-mile bike ride that might normally take me 45 minutes to do. Sorry, 22 miles. 11 miles one way, 11 miles the other way. It might take me 45, 50 minutes to get there. So about 12 miles an hour. Just at a regular pace like I'm doing right now. Going back against the wind. And I did this my first 2 weeks I was doing 30-mile march. that slowed me down to an hour and a half to get back home. Holy cow. Everybody looks like they're doing a good job. But yeah, wind makes me want an electric bike. Pedal assist, kick in. Oh no, my pedal assist is my legs. Drop a gear, go slower. That's okay. That's how it works out sometimes. I can't wait for spring to actually kick in and everything's greened up again. What I'm not excited for are bugs. They're starting to wake up. And I've gotten eyes with bugs and all sorts of stuff. But for a regular biker, cyclist, that doesn't want to go insanely fast, but still goes quick, the FX1 series by Trek is awesome. Hello. Hello. I've been pumping out 30 plus miles a week, every week for the month of March. This is the first bike I've taken inside. My entire life, I've never owned a bike that costs more than $150. And there are bicycles that I've come to learn that are more expensive than my motorcycle that I bought for like $2,100. There are bicycles that are way more expensive than that. Oh, that hurts my pocketbook heart. Oh, little goats. Hello. Hello. But yes, I highly recommend the Trek FX series. I have the FX1. Hello. If you got more cash, go ahead and get the FX2 or the FX3. What I've heard is once you start getting over those series, over the FX3 number, it's much more like a sport road bike than a hybrid bicycle, which this one is. But yes, that's my little spiel about the Trek FX series of bicycle. I like Trek. I'm gonna stick with them for a little bit, probably for a long bit. This bike's gonna last me. But don't be afraid to hit up your local bike shop. It can be a little intimidating, especially if you're like me. You're like, what do you mean I have to spend more than $100 on a bicycle? Trust me, it makes a big difference. Holy cow. A huge difference. Some guy vaping in his little G-Wagon. I know. It's not really a G-Wagon. I recognize that. We'll do our little stop. That guy didn't care. That guy was more of a, yeah, I see, I'm going to go anyway, I'm a truck. Which is fine, he can be like that. But this just goes to show you that life can be okay. And I get to see everybody's horses and goats and stuff, because apparently there are a lot of little backyard ranches and farms and stuff on this trail. And that's cool. Apparently some kind of well-to-do folks. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. When we get to the gas station, I'll go ahead and shut this bad boy off. And you guys can do whatever you want to do. Hopefully, you stick with me till the end because we're pretty darn close. And I don't know. I like to be able to finish this thing off right. Pool party. It's cold for a pool party. Oh, crazy people like me out there. Oh, what's the coldest swimming you guys have ever done? Mountain lake, shut off swimming pool in the wintertime. That was my coldest. Oh, we're so close. Yep, surefire way to stop anybody. Hello, puppy. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful trail. I can't wait to see it in the fall. Maybe ride it with my girlfriend when she comes up from Arizona. By the way, I love you, Ashley. And shameless plug, if you guys, or ladies, are interested in some earth-friendly, vegan-friendly makeup products, go over to Red Apple Lipstick and check them out. They have some pretty good stuff, and they have all sorts of tutorials and things on the YouTube and Facebook. So go hit them up, because I like supporting my girlfriend. Hello. Turn. Hard turn. Side of the road. Where you belong, you crazy hooligan bicyclist. I agree. Why do I do this to myself? But we can get right on up there. Good bicycle. Oh, yay. Okay. Oh, forced to stop. Oh no. Okay. Uh-oh. And oh, and pedal, pedal. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Whew. Rock launch. Okay. Oh good, we're in the right spot. There's a little bicycle. Nope. Oh, no nice line though. That would be helpful. But not Tony. Why don't you just ride on the sidewalk? Isn't that safer? And my answer to that is yes. That is much safer. Okay. But not always an option. Oh, sweet. And turn. Nice. Oh. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey. And I hope you guys have a good day. And thank you for watching. All right. We might do a quick little show off of the bike. Okay. Up. There we go.
Hey guys, thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. I had a really fun time making it. As you can see, it looks like my return trip was going to be 12 miles, so I did a grand total of 24 miles. I hope you guys are doing well and have a great day.